We don't have an athletic complex to play on. Where's supposed to go?
Yeah.
Education Today starts now.
Welcome to Education Today. I'm Sean from Canning High School in the Armstrong School District with the groundbreaking of Armstrong School District's new high school just underway. The district is busy making many decisions and plans for when and what the building opens. The school name and mascot is close to being approved and the project is slightly ahead of schedule. One item that is currently not in immediate plans of construction project funding is the athletic complex for the new building, which will house 7th through 12th grades. However, the Armstrong School District Foundation is stepping up to try and help fund that complex. Today we will discuss our initiative with one of the members of the foundation. Welcome to Education Today. Would you please introduce yourself and your roles with the school district and foundation?
I'm Kirk Lurigan. I'm the acting president of the Armstrong School District Foundation. I'm also the principal here at Canning Junior High, and I've been an administrator in several of the buildings in the district over the course of the past 10 years.
Okay. Could you briefly tell us about the foundation?
The Armstrong School District Foundation does a lot of things to offset the costs of some certain items and things that the school district otherwise can't purchase. A lot of times we offer mini grants to teachers to enhance their classroom opportunities for students. We offer a Do-Re-Mi program where we put refurbished instruments into the hands of students who could otherwise not afford them. And basically, the foundation has decided that we're going to make an effort to step up and try to get these facilities, the athletic facilities, and offset some of the costs of those, because we know that it can be a burden to the district at this point, and we'll see what we can do to help them out.
Okay, very interesting. Why did the foundation decide to become involved in this initiative?
As I mentioned, we know that the cost of that is a burden to the district, and we understand with everything that's happened in public education over the course of the past few years with the cutbacks, that funding is a problem. So we've decided that this could be something that could be beneficial to the district, and we know long term it would be best for the students that are involved to get those athletic facilities right on campus at the new school. And it's something we're pretty excited and pretty passionate about.
What are your goals with this project, and ultimately, what exactly do you hope and ultimately do?
I mean, obviously the goals are to put the entire sports complex right on campus. Right now, Katanning and Ford City high schools don't have that option. And when I was the principal at West Shamokin, one of my favorite times a year was in August, whenever we would all be going back, and all the students are probably dreading coming back to school. But as a principal, I would drive onto campus and I would see our soccer team practicing on campus, our cross-country team would be running, our football players would be out back, volleyball would be. So it was just a great camaraderie for all the sports teams, for everybody to be on campus at the same time to start the school year. It shows a lot of school pride, and it was just something I really wanted to see. I really enjoyed seeing. So in the efforts of the foundation, the goal is to put all those athletic facilities right there on campus within visual sight of the building, and ultimately offset the cost of all that.
Sounds very nice. What steps in the foundation are currently taking?
Well, the foundation is out meeting with local businesses to see what types of donations that they would be willing to offer to help offset the cost. It will be a community effort. It's not just going to be the effort of the foundation. As a matter of fact, we're borderline minuscule in all of this because we're out asking people for money. It's really the community that's going to make this work. We're also planning other types of fundraisers, maybe a memorial brick campaign and things like that. So a lot of meetings behind closed doors right now to see what we can get, but those are the steps we're currently moving forward with.
And what kind of timeline do you have to work with? Are there certain deadlines that have to be met?
Yeah, there certainly are deadlines. We don't have much time. You know, the project itself will take about 15 to 18 months to complete, and we're about 20 months away from when that project needs to be done, maybe 23 months. So we don't have a whole lot of time, just a few months to try to get some things together. And one of those big deadlines is coming up here October, November, that we're just going to have to ultimately make the decision to move forward or shut it down.
Are you partnered up with anyone at this point to help with this massive initiative?
Not at this point to say that we have any consultants or anything like that coming in, and there are some local business people who I have talked to. We don't have any major commitments at this point, on paper, but there are going to be several people we would like to see partnered up with to get this initiative completed.
And where does the foundation sit right now in terms of this project?
Well, we're moving forward slowly but surely, because to raise this kind of money is a difficult process, and it doesn't just happen by asking one question overnight and somebody says, yeah, sure, we'll give you 7 figures of income to make this happen for you. So right now we're still we're beyond the planning stages of what we want to do. We're in the process of meeting with businesses and companies, and also planning some smaller fundraising events to try and get some of this done.
And why does the foundation feel that this project is so important?
As I just mentioned a couple minutes ago, I think it's just so valuable for students to be able to be playing their athletics and be participating in extracurricular activities right on campus. I think when you're playing an athletic event and your high school was within eye-shot away and you're looking right at the school, I think it adds to the pride. And I do believe, as a former athlete and as a coach, that athletics and extracurricular activities bring so much to the table and so much to the community and to the school, that the foundation just really feels that it's a very important part of the educational process for students.
Sounds very nice. And now we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in a minute to talk more about the funding campaign for the new school athletic complex. Stick around.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like, or what role I would play, or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name's Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
And we're back with Education Today. Tonight we're talking with ASD Foundation Acting President Mr. Kirk Lorigan about the Foundation's capital campaign to help fund the athletic complex at the new building set to open in 10 years. Approximately how much money will the entire complex cost?
Right now, in working with L.R. Kimball, who is the architect involved, the project is going to cost approximately $8 million.
Is there currently any other funds from either the district or other sources available for this project?
At this point, there aren't any that we're aware of. There are some things we're talking about, again, behind closed doors, hoping things will happen. But at this point, it's basically what the foundation and community are willing to partner up and do to offset this cost.
What would the entire complex consist of?
Well, the complex is very, very nice. The design process of this is pretty much complete. It would have a football stadium with a field house, and that football stadium would also be able to be used for soccer because it would have a artificial surface, field turf, which is great for soccer, track and field. There will be an 8-lane track around that. Works well for the band and things to practice on as well. It will consist of an additional soccer field. There will be a baseball field, softball field, 6 tennis courts. Again, I mentioned the 8-lane track for track and field. So basically every outdoor sport that you can think of, as well as we're currently designing a cross-country course within the confines of our property up there as well. So it basically consists of every outdoor sport with the exception of golf, because obviously we're not going to put a golf course on the, I'd like to see that, but we're not going to do that. So every outdoor facility we have is going to be in that complex.
Sounds very nice. If the total funding price can't be reached in time, is there certain elements that will take priority in completion?
We do have it phased into tiers, but phase 1 is the most costly of it, which involves the football stadium and the field house. So we feel if we can get phase 1 done, that would be something that would be a priority, but at the same time, that takes the majority of that cost. So if we get that far, I think we could pull off the rest of it all at once.
With what in mind, is there a cost breakdown for what each element of this project will cost?
Yeah, as I mentioned, the football stadium is really, and the field house really eats up the bulk of that cost. Probably about $5 million to $6 million of that project are involved with the track, field house, and those things have to be done all together. The track has to be done when the football stadium's done, and the field house is also part of that project that would need to be completed, and the design of it has to have all that done at once. So that's really the majority of it, and then of course the baseball, softball fields, tennis courts, and things like that could come in a little bit later, and the cost of those is the remainder of that.
What initiatives are being considered or already planned for helping raise the money?
With each facility, we're looking at naming rights for those facilities. So, for instance, if I was to donate $6 million, I could say, oh, it's going to be the Kirkland Stadium. And so we are selling naming rights with each of the facilities, from the tennis courts to the weight rooms to those things, as we're working on also adjusting our policies in advertising at the district level. But there's naming rights are really the big part of the fundraiser. But we're also going to do memorial brick campaigns as you walk into the veranda of the area. And we're going to do maybe some donations of a giving wall within the confines of the school itself. And those are all things that we're hoping will take off a little more. And those aren't going to raise millions of dollars, but they may raise enough to help pay for some smaller things or some change orders along the way.
How can people or businesses who are interested in donating to this project begin that process?
The first thing to do is certainly, if we have not reached out yet to them, and if we haven't gotten to there, please contact us, at your earliest convenience. If you're a business who wants to help out in this project, you can contact me at Katanning Junior High. Chris Garatano is the executive director of the Armstrong School District Foundation. He's also available at Katanning Junior High School. If you want to, that's basically the best way to go if you're interested in partnering with us in this project and giving something, and pennies matter. I know it sounds like a big project, but small amounts of money matter as well. So if there's just minor things, if you're an individual donor who wants to give $50 or $100 and you want it earmarked for the project, please do so. And contacting myself or Mr. Garatano is the best way to go.
Is there anywhere that information will be provided for the general public to keep updated on the initiative?
As we move forward, currently really there's nothing on our website to gather information, but as we move forward in working with Mr. Garatano, we will put something out there to make it easy for someone to donate through a PayPal account or send in some information as to where to send that if someone would like to do that.
And one last question. Is there anything else you'd like to add for the benefit of our viewers?
School District Foundation, it's an all-volunteer group. We have no one who gets paid to sit there on that committee and make these decisions and do these things for the students. So that being said, the entire volunteer group, everything we do is for the community and for the students involved in the school district. So anything anyone would want to do to help, not only this project, but anything else to help the education of the students in the Armstrong School District, we truly appreciate. Because it is a group of people who work very hard for the young students in the area, and we like to offset these costs for the teachers who can't otherwise afford things. As acting president, I will say that the group of people that sit on this foundation are a great group of people who have the best interests of students and the community at mind. So anybody that's willing to help, we'd love to have that support.
Well, that's our show for today. We'd like to thank Mr. Kirk Lorigan for being a part of today's show and giving us some insight into what the AHS-TV Foundation hopes to help achieve. Our thank goes to the TV production students from Katanning High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. For more information about what's going on in the district, please check us out next time you're surfing the web. Have a great week.
Shake hands.
This is the site from Google Maps. This is kind of zooming in, showing the overall context, and then zooming down into the site itself. This is our site right here. So you can see the access road and the clear level spot up here where the building is going to go. So this is kind of the base mapping we use. The next video you'll see, then we put the building on top of this image. You can see how those two are. So this is that same Google map, but with the building now on top of it. We also showed and gave indication of these fields, but of course, those are going to be future. This is the main front facade, rendered a little more realistically from the video. This is one of the stair towers, and the stair towers we felt were important for, providing that common space for students when they gather and are transitioning between classes to get a glimpse of that view that is there. We're coming around to the west end of the building. This is the library, the 3-story wing. This is the library plaza, providing a little outdoor area, pretty much its own entry, its own space. Large volume space, again, looking at the views. There's actually classrooms behind this upper level of windows, so that the 2nd-story classrooms are looking through the library to the views beyond. And we will show you then some images of where we put stair towers at the end of here, the views that you would see looking out of those stair towers. This is the south end of the building, the 3-story wing with the science labs on the 3rd story. This is the outside of the 3-story stair tower that terminates the end of the 3-story wing. The different material up here on the top is the science wing. This is kind of a glimpse of the interior as the students are coming up and down the stairs, how they can look out and see. This is the view out towards Fort City from the southwest stair tower. This is the cafeteria that would look out over this view, the senior high cafeteria. This large volume is the auditorium. This is the auditorium entrance. A lot of glass here again for the senior high cafeteria. Of course, we have the bus parking here in the back, and where the band practice could be in that area. This is the tech ed wing all along the east side of the building, and then coming back around the front are the locker rooms adjacent to these fields, and then the gymnasium is at the east side of the main entrance. And the second video that gets a little closer to this building. this is the north, facing north. South looks out over the views. Got the fields beginning.